van is dead. Sad but true. Killed by Baltimore City. All right, so here is accident number 1. I was driving through East Baltimore in Baltimore City on my way home from the train station after spending all day Sunday, January 19th in DC for the Trump victory rally. I came home from, gunshots. That's one of Baltimore's favorite pastimes. Gunshots or fireworks. It's a game we play. You have to guess when you hear that noise. Anyway, I was driving through a intersection. I had a green light, and there was a guy coming the opposite way who was stopped waiting to make that left onto that intersecting road. And what he's supposed to do is wait for me to drive through, and then he turns behind me. But instead of doing that, he waited until I got right in the middle of the intersection, as close to him as I could get. And then he just cut right in front of me. So he T-boned me. So his fault. Insurance admits it's his fault. Basically, the car's totaled. The airbags came out. That guy's at fault. So the car should be covered, but that's not the end of the story. And this is accident number 2. This happened about an hour and a half after the first accident. The cop had us move our vehicles out of the intersection into a parking lot right next to the intersection where this happened. So I knew the car could be driven a little bit. This was about 11:30 at night by the time the cops left and that first accident was wrapping up. And I called AAA to try to get a tow. And they said because it was snowing and it was so late, they couldn't get anyone out until 7 a.m. the next morning. So I was not going to wait around for 8 hours. And I was in a bad neighborhood. I just wanted to get the vehicle out of there. So I decided I was going to drive it home very, very slowly at 10 miles an hour in the right-hand lane with the hazard lights on. So I did that. I drove it home, and I made it about 2 miles before I see headlights coming up in the rear view mirror. Fast as shit, probably 50, 60 miles an hour. I'm going basically 0 miles an hour. I'm crawling. And wham, I get smashed in the back. I've never been hit as hard in my life in any accident. I get whiplash really bad. The car goes from the right lane, skids all the way over to the left lane. The guy who hit me, it was a white work van. He stops. He comes running over to the passenger side. And he's like, man, are you okay? It was a white guy, probably in his 20s. He's like, man, are you all right? I roll down my passenger window and I'm just sitting there stunned. I cannot fucking believe this just happened. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So he comes over, he puts his phone through my window and he shows me his text messages. He's like, dude, my girlfriend's cheating on me. She's fucking ruining my life. I'm having the worst day ever. And I'm like, as if I'm not having a bad fucking day. So anyway, this guy comes and he's like, my girlfriend's ruining my life. So apparently he was looking at his phone at these text messages instead of looking at me. So he smashes into me and destroys the rear of the car. And then he gets back into his car. He says he's going to move it out of the way of the road. He's like, we can't be sitting in the road here. This is very dangerous. No shit, Sherlock. Somebody like you might come along and fuck my whole life up. So this guy gets back in his car, starts moving it, and I can see the wheels turning in his head. He's thinking, if I just don't stop, if I just keep going, I'm going to get away with this. Cops aren't here yet. I haven't given my identification, my paperwork to this guy who I just smashed.
Once I realized what was happening, I quickly got my phone out and took a last-second photo of this guy's vehicle as it drove away, but by then he was too far from me to make out his license plate in the darkness. So, just like that, poof, he's gone without a trace, never to be seen again. At this point it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and you know what? My brain's fried. I'm not even mad. I'm not mad at him. Still to this day, I'm not mad at this guy. I get it. He made a business decision. Not the right decision, but an understandable one. I'm alive. I've got all my fingers and toes. I'm not paralyzed. No one involved in either of these accidents were seriously injured. Pretty amazing. And that's all that really is important to me. A car is just a car. I'll get a new one, but you can't get a new life. So, my message to the hit-and-run driver who helped kill my car once and for all on that cold, snowy Baltimore City night is this. I forgive you, dude. Hope you got away with it, man. Hope you fixed the damage on your work van before your job found out. And most of all, I hope that cheating girlfriend of yours is finally done wrecking your life. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, peace.